It's time for the Foundation 3. This is a big weekend. It's the 250th anniversary of America. Go USA. And we are big into fireworks. And we'll talk about that a little bit. And I'm going to introduce you to one of my favorite people. We are going to get some benefits in today. So let's talk about some benefits that are going to affect 2027 in the July benefits buzz. So we now know what HSA limits and what the least amount for a high deductible health plan you can have. So on the HSA limits, the most you can contribute towards the HSA is $4,500. Now, if you have family coverage, you can contribute up to $9,000. Now, on high deductible health plans, even though a lot of us think of high deductible health plans as being $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, there's actually a floor. The least deductible that you can have is set every single year. And so for 2027, the least deductible that you can have for a high deductible health plan is $1,750 for an individual and then $3,500 for a family. Now, let's start talking about penalties. The penalties that are in effect now are not going to change going into 2026. Now, providing SPCs to your employees, doing 5500s, FMLA regulations, and then also making sure your chip notices are discussed in the handout that I have for you on the Foundation 3 website. So go over there, download that, and make sure you know everything you need to know. There's only one thing in my life that I've had going on in my life longer than running fireworks stands, and that is being married. So I've been married for 30 years, and we ran fireworks stands for 28 of those 30 years. So as tradition goes, on the Foundation 3, the week before, we always talk about some fireworks safeties. So as you see on the left-hand side, there are a lot of different types of injuries that are occurred, and you see most of them are hands and fingers and eyes. So make sure you're really smart with that kind of stuff. Now, a couple of really smart tips are don't do anything indoors. Absolutely. All right. Always have some water nearby. I tell people, get a 5-gallon bucket, fill it up. And then a couple of other things I do want to point out. One, watch your kids. Because when you look at it, almost a third of all injuries occur to people under 15 years old. Now, the other thing is, think about sparklers. Sparklers burn incredibly hot, and almost half of all injuries are burn injuries when it comes to fireworks. And would anybody be surprised to know that nearly 2 out of every 3 injuries are done by men? I don't think anybody's surprised. So be super safe out there and buy a lot. We're starting a new series. For the next 4 weeks, we're going to talk about the helpers. So Vanessa and I have been going to the same resort for well over a decade. And when we were there a couple of weeks ago, I thought, these guys are great at what they do. And we can learn some things from them. So let's talk first about Rene. Rene is a bartender, and he is the OG of the place. He has been working for this resort for nearly 20 years. What makes him really good and a great helper? Customer service. And the way that he cares about you, the way that he remembers conversations that we had several months ago, and the way that he can just bring people to him, everybody loves Rene. One of the great things about Rene, and a fun fact of Rene is that he and his brother are super close. And every year they do vacation together. Last year, they took their wives on a 1,000-mile trek on their motorcycles all over Mexico. And it was so fun to see those pictures. And when we had recently gone there a couple of weeks ago, they had just gotten back from another one. Another thing I really like about Rene is he is also a cyclist. So that gives us something else to talk about. We want to be the Rene for you. We want to be that person that's great at customer service, that makes you feel like we care about you. We're going to try hard to do that. And Vanessa and Peyton and Carol, they're really good at it. So if you need help, reach out to us. We really want to be there for you.